Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching part 4 of my 11-part series on the fastest checkmates in chess history. If you haven't watched parts 1 through 3 yet, why in the world not? The link is in the description. Go watch them first. Game 30, Deming vs. Cornell, Indiana Winter Open, 1980. So it's Sicilian defense. It's e4, c5, and then we have d4, which is the Smith-Morra Gambit, or also known as the center game. d5, knight c3, d kills e4, knight kills e4. There we go. Knight d7. Queen e2. And here comes the mistake. Knight gf6. And white wins with knight d6 mate. Here, again, he can't capture the knight because the queen will get him. So now we look at game number 31, Schneider versus Schmidts, Dusseldorf, Germany, 1958. So white's second move is g3. G3, that's this one here. This is called the Steinitz attack. And then we have knight c6, knight e2, d6, c3, knight e5, f4, which is the mistake, and then black wins, playing knight d3 mate. Again, this wouldn't have worked if white hadn't moved c3 earlier. He would have been able to take the knight, but now there's nothing white can do to stop the mate. The next game is one that was played and won by Vishwanath and Anand. It took me 14 years to learn how to pronounce his name, so if I'm still saying it wrong, I'll never get it right. Game 32, Vishwanath and Anand versus Anonymous at a simultaneous exhibition in Bad Mergentheim, Germany, 1993. Okay, so it's a Sicilian defense, and white's second move is knight c3, which is the closed variation. And then we have knight c6, the traditional variation. And white goes knight ge2, which is the chameleon variation. And then we have e5, knight d5, knight ge7, knight ec3, a6, a4, g6, that's a mistake. And then white wins, playing knight f6 mate. Now we look at game 33, Harry J. N. Andruschak versus Leo B. Strull, correspondence 1986. Starts off the same. We've still got that chameleon variation, and then instead of a6, we do d6. And then white goes bishop c4, g6, which is a mistake. And again, white wins, playing knight f6 mate. Now we will look at game 34, Marjanovic versus Ivan Zhivanov, Panchev, 1946. Okay, it's another chameleon variation, I believe. But this time, instead of e5, black goes g6. Then we have d3. Bishop g7. Bishop e3. Knight d4. And here comes the mistake. g3. And black wins, playing knight f3 mate. Okay, so it's almost the same variation as the last games, except this time it's black winning instead of white. This, by the way, was not Grandmaster Slavoljub Marjanovic. Slavoljub wasn't born yet when this game happened. So now we look at game 35, which is M. Warren versus Jan Selman, correspondence 1930. Let's see, so white's second move is knight e2. And that's called the Kiers variation. And then black plays knight f6. e5. Knight d5. c4. Knight b4. Knight bc3, which is a mistake. Now black has mate in 1. He plays knight d3 mate. It's a smothered mate. Nothing white can do about that. The next game is game 36, Granter versus Haley, Scotland, 1984. Okay, so now white's second move is knight f3, which is the king's knight variation. Black goes knight c6, which is the old Sicilian defense. White plays d4. The open variation. And then we have c kills d4. Knight kills d4. e5, which is the Le Bourdonnais-Lowenthal variation. And then white plays knight b5. Black plays knight ge7. Oh, that's a mistake. And now white wins with knight d6 mate. Smothered mate. So the next game we are going to look at is James McGrowther versus Robert McCann, Scotland, 1893. I have in the past played chess against someone called Bob McCann. I don't think it's the same person though. He's old but not that old. Let's see, it starts off almost the same. Just go back a couple of moves here. Instead of knight b5, we have knight f5. And white will still win after black plays knight ge7. And then white wins with knight d6 mate. So the next game is game number 38, Irina Levitina versus Goltsova, Sevastopol, 1978. Okay, it starts off the same two moves by each player. So we go to that position, and then white plays knight c3. And then black plays a6. Then we have d4. C kills d4. Knight kills d4. E5. Knight f5. Knight g7. Oops, that's a mistake. And then white plays knight d6 mate. Yeah, smothered mate again. The next opening I want to show you is the Caro-Kann Defence. I'm going to show you 12 games with this opening, of which white wins all 12. So, game 39. Jamoda of Palau versus Fatou Jabi of the Gambia. 43rd Women's Chess Olympics, Round 5, Batumi, Georgia, September 28th, 2018. So after e4, black plays c6, and that's the Caro-Kann Defence. And then white plays bishop c4. Bishop c4, where's that? Is that like way down here or something? Oh, way down here. The hillbilly attack. Okay, and then black plays b6. Okay. And then we have queen f3. Yeah, some openings have weird names. I might make a video about that in the future. G6, which is a mistake because now white mates in 1. Queen kills f7 mate. It looks like bishop kills f7 would also work. I don't have that one listed here, but I should. I'll just make a note of that. I'll write it down. Yeah, I mean, why shouldn't that work, right? Because the king's got no place to go, the bishop would be protected by the queen. So Team China won this event. Team Palau defeated Team Gambia 4-0. Team Palau came in 130th out of 151 teams, and Team Gambia came in 149th. Thank you for watching Part 4. There are 7 parts left to watch. Part 5 is next. The link is in the description.